Welcome to this module on the program overview and roadmap. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the full structure of our journey toward lasting discipline and how every step builds on the ones before. Picture this as setting the stage for transforming the way you manage your habits and break procrastination through simple 60-second actions. Imagine you're planning to build your dream home. Before you pick up a hammer or pour a single brick, you first need a blueprint. The architect doesn't just design a house randomly. They plan every room, door, and window in detail so that once construction begins, each piece fits perfectly. Similarly, our program is built on a thoughtful roadmap that shows how each phase connects, ensuring you create a solid foundation for lasting change. Why this matters? Many of us struggle when trying to change our habits because we jump in without a clear plan. Research and expert advice from sources like James Clear's Atomic Habits remind us that success lies in having a well-designed system. Without understanding the overall roadmap, you may find it hard to build the discipline you need. This module addresses that by breaking down our journey into clear, manageable phases, helping you avoid overwhelm and stay focused. What you'll gain? By the end of this module, you'll have a clear map of the entire program. You'll understand how the foundational elements of self-discipline lead to habit reformation and, ultimately, to minimal, actionable steps that effectively curb procrastination. You'll walk away knowing exactly what steps to take, when to take them, and how they all connect to create lasting results. What's broken in our approach? Often, when self-discipline is mentioned, the common mistake is to think of it as a sudden burst of willpower. Many believe that a single moment of inspiration can transform your habits overnight. However, as discussed in Charles Duhigg's The Power of Habit, the truth is that change happens not with one big leap, but through a series of small, smart moves that build over time. Without a proper roadmap, you might find yourself lost, uncertain about your next step, or paralyzed by the weight of having to change everything at once. Our roadmap to lasting discipline. Let's break down the program's framework. Our journey is divided into 3 main phases. Self-discipline foundation, the starting point where you understand the basics of self-discipline and how it sets the tone for everything that follows. Habit reformation. In this phase, you learn how to dismantle old, unhelpful habits and replace them with new, positive behaviors. Breaking procrastination through 1-minute action practices. Here, you discover actionable, quick practices that can immediately reduce procrastination by taking tiny steps daily. Look at this chart below. Breaks down your program into 3 clear phases to build discipline, rewire habits, and beat procrastination. Each phase has a focus and key takeaway, so you always know what step you're on. Follow this roadmap to go from stuck disciplined, unstoppable momentum. Imagine this table as your daily planner. It shows the path from where you are now to where you want to be. Each phase builds naturally on the previous one, ensuring you aren't overwhelmed by trying to change everything at once. How to use this framework? 1. Review the roadmap. Start by studying the full structure. Look at how each phase connects and consider where you are right now. 2. Set clear markers. Think about small milestones for each phase. For example, define what making progress in self-discipline means for you. 3. Reflect and record. Keep a journal or a digital document where you note your thoughts and plans. This simple act helps in tracking progress and remaining accountable. By treating this roadmap as a living document, you'll continually refine your path, ensuring every tiny step moves you toward greater discipline. Tools and tips for success. Here are a few practical tools and innovative hacks to support you. Mind mapping apps. Use a tool like Xmind or MindMeister to visually map out your phases and ideas. This makes it easier for you to see the connections between different parts of your journey. Digital habit trackers, apps such as Habitica or Loop Habit Tracker can turn your progress into a fun, engaging challenge. These visual aids boost your motivation as you see your habits improve. Timer apps. For the 1-minute actions, set a timer on your phone to remind you to act immediately without overthinking it. Each of these tools can simplify how you monitor your progress, ensuring that you stay on track with your evolving roadmap. What you can do today. Here's a quick win to set you on the right path. Take a few minutes to sketch out your current routine and identify one small habit you'd like to change. It could be something as simple as reducing the time you spend on social media. Write down what your current behavior is and imagine one tiny action you could take to start shifting that habit. This small exercise aligns perfectly with our upcoming practice of 1-minute actions and primes your mind for bigger changes later. Your turn. Now it's time for you to get active. Grab a notebook or open a new document on your device and outline your personal version of our roadmap. Write down the 3 phases: self-discipline foundation, habit reformation, and 1-minute action practices. Under each phase, list what you hope to achieve and 1 action step you can take this week. Reflect on why each phase matters to you personally. Invest this small amount of time now and acknowledge that even the grandest journey begins with 1 clear step. Looking ahead, you've now built a mental blueprint for what's to come. Up next, we'll shift our focus to the program objectives and expected outcomes. In the following module, you will learn exactly how these phases translate into real, tangible changes in your life and understand the powerful benefits of those 60-second actions. Stay tuned as we keep building on this foundation to create a systematic approach to personal success. Keep moving forward, and remember that every big change starts with a clear, actionable roadmap. Enjoy exploring your plan and take pride in every small step you implement along the way. Welcome to the second module, where we break down the program objectives and expected outcomes. In this module, you'll learn exactly what changes you can expect from our program and discover the benefits of integrating 60-second actions into your daily routine. Imagine a race car driver preparing for a big race. Before the engine roars to life, the driver studies the track layout, understands every curve and straight, and sets clear checkpoints to optimize speed and control. This precision in planning mirrors our approach here, setting detailed objectives and expected outcomes so that every action, even a seemingly small 60-second effort, pushes you closer to your goal. Why setting clear objectives matters. Many people jump into transformation programs without a clear picture of where they want to go or how to measure progress. Research from James Clear's Atomic Habits and insights from Charles Duhigg's The Power of Habit reveal that knowing your destination makes building new habits and breaking old ones much more effective. Without clear objectives, self-discipline can easily slip into uncertainty and frustration, leaving you feeling like your efforts have no lasting impact. What you'll walk away with: a crystal clear understanding of the transformation goals, specific, measurable outcomes that interlock with your daily 60-second actions, confidence in knowing how each small action contributes to rebuilding habits and breaking procrastination, a blueprint that connects your starting point to tangible achievements. The missing link in many approaches. Often, we tend to concentrate on the minutiae of daily actions without understanding the bigger picture. Without defined objectives, 60-second actions might feel disconnected or futile. Research shows that clarity in objectives leads to greater accountability and long-term success. Without this clarity, your efforts can easily become a series of isolated tasks rather than a cohesive, transformative journey. Look at this chart below. Outlines the 4 essential components behind your transformation journey, helps turn big goals into small, doable steps you can track and celebrate, keeps you focused, aligned, and confident as you build long-lasting habits. Imagine assembling a puzzle. Without knowing the final picture, every piece might seem random. But with a clear image in mind, each small piece, every 60-second action, is placed with purpose, and soon the complete transformation becomes visible. Delving deeper, expert insights. James Clear in Atomic Habits emphasizes that effective habit change starts with clear, actionable goals. By breaking down the journey into measurable outcomes, you create a system where each small action resonates with your long-term vision. Similarly, Carol Dweck's research on the growth mindset highlights that believing in incremental improvements encourages resilience and persistence. Both perspectives reinforce our approach. Clarity in objectives makes every single 60-second action a powerful step toward lasting change, turning the framework into action. Actionable steps to integrate clear objectives. Define your vision. Spend a few minutes reflecting on your ultimate goal. Write it down as a clear statement. Break it down. Divide the overarching goal into smaller, specific objectives that can be achieved through your daily 60-second actions. Create a visual tracker. Use a simple chart or an app to mark your progress. This helps you visualize the cumulative effect of these quick actions. Set milestones. For each objective, define milestones that you can check off periodically. This could be as simple as a weekly review where you note progress. Review and adjust. Regularly assess whether your small actions are aligning with your objectives and adjust them if necessary. Tools and tips to streamline the process. Digital journaling tools. Use tools like Evernote or Notion to jot down your goals and track progress seamlessly. Visual apps. Use Trello or a simple spreadsheet to create a visual roadmap that shows your milestones and daily wins. Timer reminders. Set recurring reminders on your phone to ensure you get in those 60-second actions throughout the day without overthinking. These tools not only help in maintaining clarity, but also in making the process engaging and measurable. Quick wins for today. Choose one key objective from your transformation journey. Write it down in one sentence. Identify one 60-second action you can perform today that directly supports this objective. Track that action immediately. Even a single small win builds momentum for more significant changes ahead. This quick exercise aligns directly with the philosophy of incremental growth and helps transition your mindset to embrace clear objectives. Your turn to set the stage. Now it's time to put these ideas into action. Follow these steps. 1. Open your notebook or digital document. 2. Write your primary transformation objective in a simple, clear sentence. 3. List at least 3 measurable outcomes that will indicate progress toward this objective. 4. Identify one quick 60-second action that you can commit to today, ensuring it supports one of your measurable outcomes. 5. Set a reminder to review your progress at the end of the day. Taking these concrete steps will turn abstract goals into actionable outcomes and integrate seamlessly with the previous module's foundation. Looking forward. With a clear understanding of your objectives and the expected outcomes, you're now better equipped to harness the power of small actions for big changes. In the next module, we'll explore how to maximize the program's benefits by fine-tuning your scheduling, commitment techniques, and setting up daily routines that ensure you remain fully engaged. Every clear objective and every 60-second action builds on a steady journey toward transforming your habits and breaking procrastination. Keep moving forward, knowing that each small step is a deliberate move towards a transformative future. Enjoy the process and let your clear goals guide you towards sustained success. Welcome to this module on maximizing the program benefits. Today, we're diving into actionable tips that will help you schedule your time effectively, stay committed, and set up daily routines that support your 1-minute actions. By the end of this module, you'll be prepared to get the most out of your program experience. Imagine you're preparing for a road trip across a vast country. Before you start driving, you plan your route, mark key checkpoints, and pack essentials so that every mile takes you closer to your destination. Just like that trip, your journey toward lasting discipline benefits from solid planning, clear scheduling, and small consistent actions that build momentum over time. Why effective scheduling and commitment matter. Many of you may feel overwhelmed juggling tasks or find yourself drifting away from intended routines. Experts like James Clear in Atomic Habits emphasize that structuring your day with clear schedules makes tiny steps add up to big changes. Meanwhile, Cal Newport's deep work highlights that deep, focused time blocks enhance productivity and reinforce commitment. When daily routines lack structure, even the best 1-minute actions can get buried in chaos. What you'll walk away with. Practical scheduling techniques that integrate seamlessly with your daily life. Strategies to boost commitment and ensure consistency. A solid blueprint for setting up daily routines that support habit reformation. Clear methods to track and celebrate even the smallest wins. The challenge with unstructured routines. If your day is a jumble of tasks, it can be hard to know where to focus your energy. Without a dedicated schedule or clear commitment strategies, you might find yourself reacting to distractions or postponing important actions. This lack of structure can undermine your progress toward building lasting self-discipline. The gap between your goals and daily actions can seem wide when routines aren't defined. Our strategy for maximizing benefits. Think of your daily routine as a well-tuned instrument. When every string is adjusted correctly, the music flows smoothly. Here's how to tune your schedule and commitment. Key pillars to optimize your routine. Time blocking. Divide your day into dedicated segments for work, rest, and 1-minute actions. This approach, championed by Cal Newport, allows you to focus fully on each activity without distraction. Prioritization. Identify your most important tasks and give them top priority. Using techniques like the Eisenhower matrix can help you separate urgent tasks from long-term goals. Microplanning. Break your day into manageable blocks. Even 60 seconds count when they are a part of a carefully planned minute-by-minute routine. Flexible rigidity. Structure your day while leaving room for small adjustments. This balance ensures you stick to your plan without feeling boxed in. Regular reviews. Set aside time to check in on your progress. Tracking your daily wins reinforces commitment and motivates you for further improvement. Check out the chart below. Break success into 5 daily strategies you can actually stick to, helps you stay focused, flexible, and consistent without burning out. Use it as your checklist to maximize results and stay on track. Every day, imagine using this table as a daily checklist. Each pillar supports your overall journey, ensuring that every minute works toward your self-discipline and habit reformation goals. How to make it happen? Actionable steps. Block your day. Start by dividing your day into segments. Dedicate a few minutes every morning to plan your schedule, including specific slots for work and short 1-minute actions. Prioritize tasks. List your top 3 tasks for the day and rank them. Focus on these when distractions creep in. Integrate micro-actions. Choose at least 3 moments in your day where you commit to a 60-second action directly linked to your goals. Review and adapt. At the end of each day, take a couple of minutes to jot down what worked and what can be improved. Keep a simple log. Even a bullet journal works great. Tools and hacks not covered before. Time tracking apps. Try using apps like Toggle or Clockify that allow you to monitor your time blocks and identify patterns. These tools help ensure your schedule remains effective. Daily planner apps. Explore daily planners like Todoist or Microsoft To Do. These apps can integrate your priorities and tasks seamlessly into your day. Mindfulness reminders. Use apps like Calm or Headspace to take short breaks for mindfulness. These breaks boost focus and rejuvenate your energy for the next task. Quick when you can do today. Right now, take 5 minutes to outline your schedule for tomorrow. Write down the main time blocks, work, rest, and your 1-minute actions. Identify one priority task to focus on during your peak energy time. This quick win sets a positive tone for the day ahead and reinforces the habit of planning. Your turn to take action. 1. Grab your planner or open your favorite scheduling app. 2. Outline your day into clear blocks, highlighting when you'll do your key tasks. 3. Include at least 3 slots for your 60-second actions. 4. At the end of the day, review your progress and note 1 improvement for tomorrow. 5. Commit to this routine for at least 1 week and observe the shift in your productivity. Taking these steps now can transform your daily routine into a powerhouse of productivity and commitment. You're not just planning your day, you're setting up a system that supports deep focus and consistent action. Looking ahead, with an optimized schedule and solid commitment techniques in place, you now have the tools to engage fully with each lesson in this program. In our future sessions, we'll continue enhancing these routines to further streamline your journey to lasting self-discipline. Every minute counts when you're building a habit-based lifestyle, so keep the momentum alive and stay committed to your growth. Welcome to this module on understanding your procrastination. Today, we're going to uncover the reasons behind why you put things off and how slight shifts in your mindset can lead to big changes. You'll learn the basics of procrastination, see its patterns, and understand the science that fuels it. Imagine a traveler who sets off on a long journey but stops frequently to admire the scenery, chat with strangers, or simply catch a breath. Even though each pause seems harmless, these brief stops slowly add up and delay the overall trip. When the traveler finally realizes that the journey has become a series of start and stop moments, they understand that inertia has been their secret enemy all along. This story isn't about making endless plans. It's about noticing the moments when small actions spiral into major delays. Why this matters? You might have felt the sting of missed opportunities or the frustration of tasks piling up. Research shows that around 20 to 25% of people struggle with chronic procrastination, which often leads to stress and lower productivity. When you delay, it doesn't simply waste time, it undermines your overall potential and self-confidence. This module is designed for anyone who has wrestled with that inner resistance, offering insights that can help break the cycle. What you'll gain by the end of our time together, you'll be able to spot the telltale signs and patterns in your procrastination, understand the science behind why you procrastinate, recognize how tiny actions can either hold you back or propel you forward, begin to reframe your habits using a 1-minute action approach that builds self-discipline gradually, unpacking the issue, At its core, procrastination isn't about laziness. It often stems from deeper issues like fear of failure, perfectionism, or even the brain's natural inclination to seek immediate gratification. Experts like Tim Pychyl, in his detailed works on procrastination, stress that it's the battle between instant rewards and long-term goals that explains much of this behavior. Equally, in his renowned book, Atomic Habits, James Clear teaches us how small changes can have a compounding effect over time. When you understand this, you can see that procrastination is less about being weak-willed and more about the natural struggle between immediate comfort and future benefits. A new approach. The 1-minute action practice. Imagine if every time you felt that urge to delay, you took just 1 minute to move forward. This concept might sound too simple, but it's powerful. Here's how it works. Micro-actions. Break down your tasks into actions that take only 60 seconds. Instead of organize the room, try put one item away. Immediate progress. These tiny actions help bypass the overwhelming feeling that often stops you from starting. Over time, these micro steps build into a routine that redefines your approach to work. Reinforcing success. Each 1-minute action builds momentum and reinforces positive behavior, making it easier to tackle larger challenges. This method is grounded in behavioral science. Charles Duhigg's work on habits explains that small wins create a cascade of positive changes. Essentially, every time you use a 1-minute action, you're training your brain to seek out progress rather than fall prey to delay. How to start implementing 1-minute actions. Follow these simple steps to get started. Identify a task. Pick one activity you often put off. Break it down. Ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take right now? It might be as little as opening a document or organizing your workspace for a minute. Set a timer. Use a timer to commit to that minute. Focus solely on the task at hand. Repeat consistently. Make this a daily habit. Over time, these actions will add up and create a powerful momentum toward larger goals. Tools and hacks to support you to jumpstart this process. Consider these practical tools. Mindful timers. Simple apps like Focus Booster or the built-in timer on your phone can help you stick to that 1-minute commitment. Visual reminders. Place sticky notes in visible areas with a prompt like "Take 1 minute now" to remind yourself of this practice. Habit tracking apps. Try using habit tracking apps like Habitica or Loop Habit Tracker. These apps provide visual progress, making it easier to see the cumulative effect of your efforts. Quick wins you can achieve today begin today by choosing one recurring task or chore you've been avoiding. Set a 1-minute timer and do it immediately. Even if it feels trivial, notice how taking that small step shifts your mindset. This immediate win can help build your confidence for tackling more significant challenges later. Your turn. A simple exercise. Reflect. Spend a couple of minutes identifying when you last procrastinated. What small action could have made a difference? Plan. Write down one task that you tend to delay. Break it into the smallest possible step. Act. Set a timer for 1 minute and commit to that action right now. Watch how moving just a little can spark motivation to keep going. Wrapping up, you've just taken a fundamental step towards understanding and breaking the cycle of procrastination. We've delved into the why behind your delays and introduced a simple yet powerful 1-minute action method that gradually builds self-discipline. Next, we'll dive deeper into recognizing habit patterns. In that module, we'll map out your daily routines and pinpoint where these small delays multiply into bigger obstacles. Stay curious, keep taking small actions, and remember, real change starts with tiny steps. Happy progressing! Welcome to this module on recognizing habit patterns. Today, you'll learn how to map your daily routines and uncover the little habits that quietly lead to procrastination. Picture your day as a winding road with familiar bends and turns. Sometimes you smoothly navigate them, and other times you find yourself stuck in the same loop. Imagine driving along a road with repeated speed bumps. At first, you barely notice them, but as you pass each one, you start to feel the rhythm and predictability in your journey. One day, a driver realizes that these bumps not only slow him down, but also cause him to adjust his pace unnecessarily. This driver then maps the road, planning smoother paths and timing his journey better. In a similar way, by recognizing the repeated patterns in your daily life, you can adjust your routines to avoid unnecessary slowdowns. Why recognizing habit patterns matters. Have you ever felt that your day slips away without making progress on your goals? Studies show that unnoticed daily habits can account for a significant part of your unproductive time. These routines, when unchecked, can become the hidden obstacles in your journey to self-discipline. Many people fail to see these patterns unfolding minute by minute. This lack of awareness results in repeated delays and reduced productivity. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward reclaiming your time. What you'll gain today: by the end of this module, you will be able to visually map out your daily routines to spot recurring behaviors, distinguish between productive habits and those that lead to procrastination, apply proven habit reformation strategies to start making better choices throughout your day, unpacking the issue. Many of us misinterpret procrastination as a simple lack of willpower. In reality, it's the culmination of small, repeated actions that often go unnoticed. Experts like Charles Duhigg, in The Power of Habit, illustrate how our daily routines form a habit loop: cue, routine, and reward. Likewise, James Clear in Atomic Habits emphasizes that tiny, daily actions compound over time, either working for or against us. It's not that you're incapable, it's that your habits are working on autopilot, and that autopilot sometimes takes you off course. Mapping your habit patterns, a new perspective. To break the cycle, start by understanding the structure of your day. Here's a detailed framework to help you see your routines clearly. The Habit Mapping Framework. 1. Diary your day. Write down every activity, no matter how small. Use a simple table or chart to record what you do, when you do it, and for how long. 2. Spot the repetition. Look for activities that occur almost daily. Identify patterns, both productive and unproductive. 3. Identify your triggers. Notice when and why certain habits kick in. Consider both internal prompts, like feeling stressed, and external cues, such as a notification. 4. Analyze the routine. Evaluate whether these habits serve your longer-term goals. Ask whether they are helping you build momentum or contributing to procrastination. See the chart below. Breaks your day into 4 clear steps to reveal habit patterns, helps you spot what's working and what's holding you back. Use it to take control of your routines and stop self-sabotage before it starts. Experts like B.J. Fogg, in his work on tiny habits, have noted that understanding the context of your habits is crucial. He suggests focusing on moments where you initiate a routine with a tiny, almost imperceptible action. Over time, these tiny actions develop into significant patterns. This perspective helps us see that recognizing a habit is the first move toward changing it. How to execute your habit mapping strategy. Start small. Pick one part of your day to focus on, maybe the morning routine or your work break. Track it thoroughly for a few days. Use visual tools. Create a simple chart or timeline. Visual representations can reveal patterns that a written list might hide. Schedule reviews. At the end of each day, review your notes. Ask yourself what habits supported you and which ones slowed you down. Iterate and improve. Adjust your routines gradually. Use what you learned to set up small changes, like incorporating a quick task that propels you into productive work. Pro tools and hacks for habit mapping to make this process smoother. Try these tools. Digital planners. Use apps like Notion or Evernote to create and track your daily routines comprehensively. Time tracking apps. Tools like Rescue Time or Toggle help you log the exact time you spend on activities, making it easier to spot patterns. Mind mapping software. Visual tools such as MindMeister can help you create a visual map of your routines, showing the connections between tasks and triggers. Quick wins you can achieve today. Right now, take just 5 minutes to write down your major tasks today. Look for recurring tasks or common time slots dedicated to certain activities. This quick exercise might reveal patterns you hadn't noticed before, giving you an immediate sense of control over your day. Your turn. Reflect. Spend a few minutes thinking about your typical day. Identify one recurring activity that might be contributing to your delay. Plan. Create a mini diary for one part of your day, morning, afternoon, or evening, and jot down everything you do. Act. Use a timer to track the segment for 2 consecutive days. After that, analyze your notes to spot patterns and decide on one small change you can try. Wrapping up, today we delved into recognizing habit patterns and mapping out your daily routines. Understanding how repeated actions cause delays is a crucial step in building self-discipline. By applying frameworks from experts like Duhigg, Clear, and Fogg, you can start to control and reframe your habits. In the next module, we'll move further by identifying root causes, digging deeper into the fears, beliefs, and triggers that underpin these habits. Keep tracking, keep noticing, and build on this awareness to create a smoother, more intentional journey forward. Happy habit mapping! Welcome to this module on identifying root causes. Today, we're digging deeper into the inner workings of procrastination to uncover the fears, beliefs, and triggers that hold you back. By confronting these hidden barriers, you gain the clarity needed to transform your habits. Imagine walking through a dense forest where the path is obscured by fog. You might see a trail, but each step feels uncertain until you start noticing subtle landmarks, a unique tree, the sound of a stream that guide you through. Just like those landmarks, by identifying the underlying causes of your delays, you can finally see the clear path ahead. Why this matters? Procrastination isn't just a habit. It often masks deeper issues such as fear of failure or feelings of unworthiness. Research from experts like Tim Pychyl and insights in The Now Habit by Neil Fiore reveal how our internal battles often manifest as avoidance. When you ignore these underlying issues, you let them silently steer your daily actions, leading to chronic delays and unfulfilled potential. Deep-seated anxieties disrupt productivity. Unrecognized triggers can reinforce negative self-beliefs. Understanding these roots helps you break the cycle more effectively. What you'll gain today: by the end of this module, you will recognize the hidden fears and beliefs behind your procrastination. Learn techniques to question and reframe these internal barriers. Develop a clear action plan using 1-minute practices to confront and overcome these issues. Digging deeper, the problem. At a surface level, procrastination might seem like mere laziness or a lack of self-discipline. However, it often reflects an internal conflict. Many experts, including Carol Dweck in Mindset, highlight that our beliefs about our potential significantly impact our actions. If you subconsciously view failure as a confirmation of inadequacy, you may avoid starting tasks altogether. This self-protective mechanism, while initially comforting, ultimately erodes your long-term progress. Furthermore, cognitive behavioral research shows that our automatic negative thoughts create a reinforcing loop. When you fear judgment or failure, even a simple task becomes an overwhelming challenge. This module is about pulling back the curtain and confronting these mental barriers head-on. Framework for identifying root causes. Let's introduce a structured approach to uncovering what's really driving your procrastination. 1. The 5 Whys technique. Inspired by methodologies used in quality improvement and popularized by experts like Taichi Ono, the 5 Whys technique guides you to ask why 5 times in succession. Start with a specific instance of procrastination. Ask yourself, why did that happen? Continue this process until you uncover the underlying belief or fear. 2. Reflective journaling. Journaling isn't just about planning your day. It's a deep dive into your emotions and thoughts. Write down your feelings before, during, and after a delay. Notice recurring phrases that hint at a deeper fear or limiting belief. Over time, patterns emerge that reveal the root causes behind your actions. 3. Cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing is a cornerstone of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. It involves identifying negative thought patterns and actively replacing them with positive, actionable views. Notice a recurring negative thought that stops you from beginning a task. Challenge this thought with evidence from past successes. Replace it with a statement that empowers progress, even if it's just for 1 minute. Experts like Neil Fiore in The Now Habit emphasize that by reframing our internal narrative, we can transform our response to challenges. Similarly, Carol Dweck's research shows that adopting a growth mindset allows you to see failure as a step toward learning rather than a definitive end. How to execute your framework. Here's a step-by-step guide on applying these methods. Select a recent delay. Think of a moment when you procrastinated. Write down what happened. Apply the 5 Whys. Ask, why didn't I start? Record your answer. Continue asking why until you reach the root belief or fear. Journal the experience. Dedicate a page in your journal to capture your thoughts and feelings about this event. Note any recurring themes. Challenge the thought. Write a counterstatement that reflects a positive mindset or past success in overcoming similar challenges. Set a 1-minute action. Identify one very small step you can take now to challenge this belief. For example, open the application or document you'll need. Pro Tools and AMP, hacks for deep self-inquiry. To simplify this introspective process, consider these tools. Digital journaling apps. Tools like Day One or Journey can seamlessly capture your thoughts and help you track recurring themes over time. Mind mapping software. Use apps like Xmind or MindMeister to visually connect your bursts of procrastination to underlying causes. Gratitude and AMP. Reflection prompts. Consider daily prompts from apps like Reflectly to help you examine your thoughts and feelings, providing insight into your triggers. Quick wins to start today. Mini journal entry. Tonight, take 5 minutes to jot down one recent moment of procrastination. Identify one why and note your immediate feeling. 1 minute challenge. Tomorrow, when you feel the pull of delay, take 1 minute to question that feeling. Ask yourself, what fear is behind this hesitation? Your turn. Reflect and act. Reflect on a recurring task you're avoiding. Apply the 5 whys technique to trace back to a core fear or belief. Write a short journal entry capturing this exploration. Identify one instance where reframing your thought made a difference. Commit to a 1-minute action tomorrow whenever you sense that fear creeping in, and note the outcome. Wrapping up, today we uncovered the hidden roots of procrastination, those deep-seated fears and beliefs that hold you back. By using techniques like the 5 whys, reflective journaling, and cognitive reframing, you now have a battle plan to challenge these internal obstacles. Next, we'll shift our focus to embracing a change mindset, where you'll learn strategies to adopt new ways of thinking and reinforce the discipline needed for real transformation. Keep exploring your inner landscape, and remember, every small step forward counts. Happy reflecting.